Hello, today we're going to look at the traditional eagle tattoo. Start with a nice big curved line and 3 circles, one in the middle for the body, one for the head at the front, and then a slightly bigger one at the back for the tail. Once we've got that, we can think about the leg. Easy to do, just a little rectangle for the moment, just an idea of where it's going to be. And then below the leg, 3 lines, just to give us an idea of where that claw's going to be. Next up is the front wing and the back wing. Front wing will be slightly bigger than the back wing, as the back wing is obviously further away. And so we'll find the front of the wing with just a couple of straight lines curving, and then we'll find roughly some groups of feathers. So we'll start with that front line of feathers, and then the back of the wing at the bottom, and then the ends of the wing. Same for the far wing, again slightly smaller because it's further away, but same idea, keeping everything simple, just thinking about groups of feathers. That's the basic shape, so let's add the first layer of detail and we'll think about where the head is. So we've got the fan of feathers at the back, top of the head coming round to that beak, and then we'll just join up where the front of the brow meets the back of the feathers and get an idea of where that beak's going to live. For the tail, nice big fan shape, and that's us pretty much there. So we'll now break down the wing into some groups of feathers, and we'll start thinking about even more detail. So I'm going to start with the head, and we're thinking about that top of the head from the back of the feathers round to the front of the eyebrow, looping back round. That's going to give us the top of the head. In front of that, a little lump for the nose, and then that big curving beak. Once we've got that, we can think about where the eye is going to sit, and that's obviously just under the eyebrow. So a nice curving line there. And then onto the beak. So I'm going to find where the back of the beak is, that back of the jaw. A little curving line there. That gives us the length of the beak overall. Have a quick pencil sharpen, and then we'll get the hook of the beak in. And then we're going to link the hook of the beak into where the back of the beak is. Just a couple of nice gentle curving ornamental lines. Once we've got the top of the beak done, we can think about the bottom part of the beak. So again, nice curving lines, think about where it's going to live, and then draw a nice confident line. A couple of little curves will give you the tongue, and then we can link the back of the jaw around to where the back of the feathers are going to be. For the moment, we'll just have a think and just pop some little curves in. We can refine these later on, but this looks pretty good for the moment. And that's basically our head done. Add a little eyeball, and then maybe a few little details just behind the eye of where some feathers might sit. Now, as for the wing, wings always look really complicated on birds, so we're going to break it down into a few basic groups. As you can see, I'm going to start off with just refining that leading edge of the wing, the front side, a little bend all the way up to the final feather at the edge of the wing. The first group is quite ornamental, so a couple of little sweeping curves will give us the the feathers that sit on the front of the wing, and then we can think about that next group of feathers. So the feather's going to bend around with the wing, so a couple of little whipped lines will just start to give us that shape and that direction of where the feathers are going to be. Once we've done that, rotate the page around, makes it a bit easier for my left hand to draw the feathers in, and we'll just draw in some feathers. Don't have to make them all the same size, maybe a little bit smaller towards the end of the wing, a bit bigger towards the root of the wing. And again, since we've already got a good guide, we can just follow the guidelines we've already drawn and get those feathers in. And there we go, that's the first line of feathers. Same idea for the back line of feathers. So again, think about the shape of the wing, how the feathers are going to wrap around as it changes direction. Once we've got the guidelines in, we can put the feathers in. Maybe vary the shape a bit, a few more slightly pointy ones. And as you can see, for me, I like this sort of slightly fast tick-like shape just to give me an overall idea. Brings a bit of energy to the wing, makes the wing look like it might actually be able to fly. And that's pretty much our second line of feathers. Last bit to do are the big guiding feathers at the end of the wing. They're all going to link to where that wing bends halfway down. So I'm just running my pencil over to find that direction, and then just putting a few guiding marks in to break that shape up into where those wings are going to be. Once I've done that, I can go in with a slightly firmer line. So we'll find the straight line and then draw those in, and then we can just add in the curves, and that will give us a nice shape of separated feathers at the end. Again, as you'll see, I tend to trace out where I think the line is going to be, and then I commit to a nice solid line. Same idea with the far wing. Again, everything is slightly smaller because it's further away. And because you're seeing the top side of the wing versus the bottom side of the wing, the feathers are just slightly different. So again, break the wing down into groups of feathers. And since this is the top, it just has some little semicircle curves to show the slightly different feathers. As you'll see, the top of the semicircles just get linked up to give you that nice little repeating pattern. Once that's done, the next line of feathers, same as for the front wing. Another little pencil sharpen, keep the pencil sharp. And again, I'm just whipping the pencil over the page, and that's going to give us an idea of where the feathers are going to be. I can then draw in a couple of curved lines to indicate the feathers. Don't have to be perfect at this point, it's just giving us a really good idea of where those feathers are going to be for this draft. The big finger-like feathers at the end, again, same idea, a little whipped line just to give us an idea. If we're happy with it, we can go in, firm them up, and give them a bit of direction. Main objective is we're looking for a wing that looks plausible that it could fly, or that it's mid-swoop, it's got some energy to it, and it's looking for its prey. With the wings done, pretty much think about the tail. So the tail just has a little bit of the body showing. So again, that semicircle curve will just give a few little feathers on the back. For the tail itself, separate it out into about 6 feathers in total. So a line down the middle, and then each gap gets another 2 lines, and that gives us the shape of the tail. When I'm doing this, I like those nice big expressive lines just to give me an idea of where things are going, and then I can go in with some thicker lines just to get the actual tail feathers. The ends of the tail's a bit like an upside down M shape, and that gives us a nice little ending to them. We can add lots of different details on later, but for the moment this is giving us a nice shape. Bird's already taking shape. Let's have a think about the leg. So that front leg coming out from the hip, which is kind of hidden by the bottom of the tail, tends to be small feathers at the front and then little wispy feathers at the back. So I'm just indicating this with a couple of parallel lines. And then finally onto the claw or the foot. So 3 toes at the front, 1 at the back, and we'll find roughly where they're going to be. So nice confident line on the top, and then for that underside of the toes, some little curves, and we can add the claw in. So middle toe slightly smaller, and then that far toe, which you can just see poking out, even smaller again. Back foot's mostly all hidden. We can see a few little toes peeking out, so we'll just add those in. And that's pretty much a rough draft of our bird done. We can clean it up, make some nicer feathers, but that gives you the general idea. Start with the construction, then move on to the details. And here it is, tidied it up with a bit of extra shading. Hope you've enjoyed this. See you all again next time.